Nice to see you again. How are you?
Hello, I'm good, thank you, Catherine. How are you?
Good, I'm very well. I've been looking at both your timetable and the questionnaires that you have filled out previously, and I think I have put together a plan forward that will be as time. Hello, Alicia. How are you?
Hello, I'm good, thank you. How
Nice
are you?
to see you again. So I have. Hello, Alicia. Nice to see you again. How are you?
Hello, I'm good, thank you. How are you, Catherine?
I'm very well. So I have been looking at both your questionnaires and your timetable, and I have put together a plan forward that is hopefully as easy to fit into your timetable as possible, really, and focuses on the key things that you need to improve in order to better yourself in performance. I think that we looked at self-confidence and cognitive anxiety, didn't we? And I think that in particular your cognitive anxiety would be particularly benefited by you thinking about your breathing a lot more. So I would say your first target in the first 2 weeks would possibly be just after you've had breakfast before training or a game.
Yeah.
So on a Monday morning or a Wednesday morning, going to a quiet, tranquil place and specifically thinking and channeling your mind to only your breathing.
Yes.
For this, maybe 15 to 20 deep breaths to start off with. And this isn't sport specific. This will literally hopefully get rid of your cognitive anxiety that you have towards the sport rather than anything to do with the sport. But this will be a start in making you feel a lot less anxious and getting irrational feelings that will then keep spiraling off and making everything worse. So 15 to 20 deep breaths in the morning. And I think that as the weeks progress, your SMART targets will mean that the breathing you do can be shorter and shorter, and you won't even need to think about it, hopefully, by the time that we finish our programme. Have you ever thought about thinking about your breathing a bit more before?
I haven't thought about it, but I do think it's quite a good idea to start thinking about it.
Yeah? Okay. I think specifically it will specifically focus on the irrational thinking, the what ifs, the whys, and the things like that. So I think that if we start with that one, and we'll have a catch up a little later, if we start with that SMART target, we'll have a catch up a little later and see how things go. Your second technique that I think will help with your self-confidence is using imagery.
Yeah.
Now this one is a lot more sport specific. It applies to specific things that you're not quite so confident about, and if you think about you doing them when you were confident and you did them in a positive way, in the future it will help you out by making you more positive. I said positive lots.
Yeah.
So yes, before you go to bed, in an evening, in quite a quiet, relaxed place, preferably a dark one as well, if you lie down and you specifically think about something you've done positively and well within that game, whether that be a really good pass or a shot or a dodge or something like that, which you have stated that you are quite good at in your profiling wheel. So I think that this will all help to make you more positive, because there are elements of confidence in the fact that you know of your ability. So yeah, you thinking prior to a match when the butterflies start to come and the anxiety start to come of something that you have done well, I think that not only will it, when you come to make that movement specifically in the game, you know you can do it, but you're also hopefully, again, like technique one, stop the irrational thinking a little bit more. Have you thought about thinking positively and using imagery prior to a game, maybe the night before?
Either, like with breathing, but I do think it's a good idea.
Okay.
We'll try to use it.
Okay, so I would say your SMART target for the first 2 weeks for imagery is probably spending, it's going to take a little longer initially, so probably spending about 20-25 minutes thinking about one positive thing, thinking about an imagery. It works the best when you completely believe what you're doing. So thinking about what do you think you've done well in the last match you played?
Passing.
So
Yeah.
thinking about a pass that you did really well, thinking specifically about where your feet were when you made the pass, where your hands were when you made the pass, how positive you felt after you made the pass, and all of this together will bring an energy that will hopefully help you later on in the game. I think that your 4 weeks and 6 weeks plans, SMART targets, will just reduce. We'll just try and reduce the time, and it will become more of it will become so embedded in your routine that you don't need to specifically think about the imagery, but we'll focus on them a little bit later on. But do you think those two are good uses that you can
I like them both.
goals you can work on? Will they be quite annoying in a way, or would you think you can embed them in your timetable?
I do think I can put them into my timetable quite well, yeah.
Okay, well, we'll have another talk about this later on and see where we're at. So yeah, see you in a few weeks. Thank you.
Thank you.